Hey there. Now in this lesson, we're going to be following on from lesson 1, really looking at that method of linking those visual markers together to create a story in your mind to help you piece together information. So the promise is very simple. You're going to understand the simple technique of linking and how creating a story allows you to remember larger amounts of information. So the learning points, 3 simple ones. Number 1, what is linking? What is this principle? We're then going to show you a practical example, and this is what I love about this week, is we're looking at the practical examples of using the techniques. And of course, the power of retrieval for comprehension. So the idea of going over what you just read. So what is linking? It's a simple method of linking information with a story or relevance to one another to recall in sequential order. The really key emphasis is on that sequence, because for many of us, when we're taking in information, there's an order in which we'll have to recall it, whether it's in the forces and we have to recall a case study, like an event that's just happened, or whether it's an actual fictional or non-fictional event where we want to remember exactly what order things happened in. So linking is a really diverse tool, and here's how we'll use it. So I need you to join in. Take a moment to read this passage. Don't worry, this isn't a test. And feel free to pause it at any point and press play once you've read it. Okay, hopefully you've taken the time to take that in. Don't worry if not, because we're going to break it down once again, how I would read this. So, when you're reading a passage, it's really important to remember what it's all about. So Zambia. What's the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear Zambia? I think zombies. Okay, so I'm thinking zombies on the railroads. This is what this whole passage is about. So, the history of railroading. Few tracks have been laid faster than those of the Tanzam Railway in Zambia. So what mental image I get is Tanzam, running fast down the tracks. That's why I kind of paused and hesitated at faster. So that's our first image. Tarzan running down tracks fast. At this moment, it's moving from the port of Dar es Salaam to Zambia's Copper Belt. When I hear the word port, I think of the wine, Dar es Salaam, salami. And of course, we already said that Zambia is zombie. So I picture a zombie with a great copper belt on. So what is the link so far? Well, if we go back, it's the zombie railroads. And on those railroads, we have Tarzan running fast down the tracks. Next, okay, we've got a wine port, and it's going from Dar es Salaam, and it's moving to Tanzam. You see how we're all linking it together now? And it's the copper belt of the zombie. So the line is being built by Chinese laborers. So for that, I literally picture loads of Chinese people with the help of a loan from China, but I picture them now with bags of yen, and it's got the yen symbol on. So they're all running about with these big bags of money. And finally, the entire line is expected to be completed about 2 months ahead of schedule. Expected, I think of pregnancy. And the number 2, once again, it's just a number. It's very hard to remember, boring bit of information like that. So I think of twins. So they're expecting twins ahead of their schedule. So a fast review. Okay, let's take it back. So we had Chinese laborers with bags of money, a loan from the bank, the Chinese bank more specifically. And then we had, when was it going to be done by? It was ahead of schedule, expected. And there was twins, so 2 months ahead of schedule. So let's go through really quickly. Okay, so what country is being discussed? Zombie, Zambia. What is the name of the railway? Tanzam. The railway is moving from the port Dar es Salaam to, who's wearing the copper belt? The zombie, Zambia. It is being built by Chinese laborers with big bags of money from the Chinese government. And the line is expected to be completed 2 months ahead of schedule. So you see how that kind of fun, banal little game that we just played in terms of trying to remember a story. But you know what is surprising is we always remember what is important. So if we can create these stories where we can attach new information to pre-existing information, those associations are a lot stronger for us to remember. And then we can put the story together in the correct order of how the events played out. So have a little go throughout your days this week, making these visual markers: a zombie, Tarzan running fast down the track, salami, moving from salami to a zombie with a copper belt on, and making these stories. And at each chapter, close that book and just test yourself. Okay, this happened, that happened. Now we're going to be looking at the power of review and closing that chapter very shortly. So I'll see you soon.